Good morning, students. Today we will do power of accommodation of human eye. Before doing power of accommodation of human eye, you must know what is far point of human eye. Far point is the farthest point which a human eye can see clearly, and that is infinity. We can see the stars which are at infinite distance from the earth very clearly. So, infinity is the farthest point. Then is near point. Near point is the nearest point which a human eye can see clearly. And nearest point is 25 centimeter from the human eye. And we keep our book at 25 centimeter to read it. So near point is 25 centimeter. Least distance of distinct vision, that is also 25 centimeter, and it is denoted by capital D. Then is range of human eye. Range of human eye is from 25 centimeter to infinity. Infinity is the farthest point and 25 centimeter is the nearest point. So human eye can see from 25 centimeter to infinity. Now, what happens when eye is seeing far off objects? When eye is looking at far off object, that is at stars, that is infinity, object is at infinity, stars are at infinity, then what happens? Ciliary muscles are relaxed, eye lens become thin, focal length of eye lens increases. बेटा ध्यान रखना, eye lens thin, IN, then focal length increases. Now if focal length increases, converging power of eye decreases because P is inversely proportional to 1 upon focal length in meters, and eye is said to be accommodated. When eye is seeing nearby objects, that is when you are keeping your book at object O, that is 25 centimeter from the eye lens, then ciliary muscles, they become tense, eye lens become thick, reverse of this condition. Focal length of eye lens decreases. When focal length decreases, converging power of eye lens increases because P is inversely proportional to 1 by F in meter, and eye is said to be accommodated. And now what is power of accommodation? So power of accommodation is the ability of the eye lens to focus far off objects as well as nearby objects by adjusting the focal length of eye lens with the help of ciliary muscles. Thank you. It is refraction of light through glass prism. Prism is, it has two triangular faces and three rectangular faces. Now, an incident ray PQ, when prism is not in between the path of incident ray PQ, the light would have gone straight like this. But because prism is there, so when light enters from rarer medium to denser medium, that is in glass, it will bend towards normal. The light ray will bend towards normal. This is angle R and this is angle I. Angle I is formed with the normal. Angle R is smaller than angle I. Now when refracted ray, it will come out of glass, then it will bend away from the normal. And here angle of emergence is formed. Now PQ is the PQ is the incident ray, QR is refracted ray, RS is emergent ray, N dash are normal, and angle A is angle of prism, angle I is angle of incidence, angle R is angle of refraction, and angle E is angle of emergence. Now if we proceed this emergent ray backward and original incident ray, they meet at a point. This point is called angle of deviation. Now incident ray PQ, it would have gone straight, but it has deviated from its path and it is coming out from the glass prism in the form of emergent ray RS. And this angle of deviation, it indicates that this much this incident ray has deviated from its path. So angle of deviation is the angle between the original incident ray and emergent ray proceed backward. Thank you.